Overnight, Vice President Harris picking up a new endorsement from a top conservative critic of former President Trump, former Republican Congresswoman Liz Cheney, the one-time vice chair of the House January 6th committee.
Because of the danger that Donald Trump poses, not only am I not voting for Donald Trump, but I will be voting for Kamala Harris.
Mr. Trump's running mate J.D. Vance firing back at Cheney overnight.
Kamala Harris and Liz Cheney make very, very interesting partners. They get rich when America's sons and daughters go off to die. They get rich when America loses wars instead of winning wars.
While in Pennsylvania, Mr. Trump appeared on Fox News, falsely claiming Harris is being given the questions in advance of next week's debate, while repeatedly slamming her.
This is a woman who is dangerous. I don't think too smart, but let's see. But she loses her train of thought a lot.
Two Harris campaign aides tell NBC News the campaign agreed to allow both candidates' microphones to be muted when it's not their turn to speak, similar to the Trump-Biden debate. The vice president plans to hold another round of debate prep today after campaigning in New Hampshire, where in a rare break with President Biden, she proposed lowering the capital gains tax rate to help spur the creation of small businesses.
Now compare that to what Donald Trump plans. He plans to give billionaires massive tax cuts and to cut corporate taxes by over $1 trillion, even as they pull in record profits.
While the race remains remarkably tight, Harris is leading Mr. Trump in polls of several key battleground states, including Wisconsin, Michigan, Georgia, and Nevada, though her lead is either within or just outside the margin of error. The two were tied in Pennsylvania, perhaps the most important state of all. And Mr. Trump leads Harris in Arizona, also within the margin of error.
Or under. The final gaps of the wall were about to be sealed. Then Kamala came in.
We are monitoring Donald Trump. He is at a border community just along the Arizona-Mexico border.
People. And we wanted to design something that worked. And we actually had mountain climbers. We even had drug climbers. They call them drug climbers. They can get over a wall so incredible with 75 pounds of drugs on their back. They can climb up things. And we designed this after looking at a lot of different designs. And that's an anti-climb panel that makes it very tough for somebody to climb. This was the one that they wanted.
Sir.
Senator, the former lieutenant governor spoke at the DNC. Had some choice words about the former president.
I saw that too.
We also know that Brian Kemp has also had some tough things to say about the former president. What's your reaction to these top Republicans from the state having reservations about the president and telling other Republicans to dump Trump?
Well, look, first of all, of course, Tim Walz is going to attack Donald Trump because Tim Walz doesn't have a record to stand on. What I found very interesting, did anybody watch Tim Walz's speech? Okay, good. I was going to lose a lot of respect for you if you had said yes. If you watched Tim Walz's speech, it's part of my job, so I had to. You know what he never did? He never once said, I know we've got some train noise in the background here, so I'll try to be loud, but he never, it's the Trump train. That's right, ma'am. God bless you.
Popular commentator 4 weeks ago that I talked to that told me flat out, before they knew any of the contents of the bill, nothing was out at that point, that told me flat out, if you try to move a bill that solves the border crisis during this presidential year, I will do whatever I can to destroy you.
Let's not forget that this week we also had another massive victory that every conservative should celebrate. We crushed crooked Joe Biden's disastrous open borders bill. Crushed it. Mike Johnson did a very good job, and the whole group did a great job in Congress. We crushed.
He does it. Yeah, you hear a lot of talk on the 5,000 cap, okay? But what that is right now there is no cap. So everyone that comes across that for asylum gets released. Under this bill, everyone's going to get detained. You're not just going to be releasing. Why is it 5,000? Because they're saying, they're going to hold up to 5,000 if they're going to go through the process, but the processes are more strict than they are now. So now the asylum officer will make the determination on the asylum, and if they don't have a good asylum claim, they're going to get, sent back immediately without ever getting released. And as opposed to now, everyone's getting released, and they're not showing up for court, or their court date is 10 years down the road. Just eliminate that. It's like I said, it's not perfect. I wish everyone was getting detained. So obviously the family units are still going to have to go through other process.
When Donald Trump comes down to Texas, stands next to officers in uniforms just like mine, he's not there to help us. Don't think that, not for a second. He is a self-serving man. I mean, look, just like when he killed the border bill, he just made our jobs harder. Now, Kamala, on the other hand, has been fighting border crime for years. She's gone down to Mexico and worked to stop the traffickers. And when the traffickers didn't stop, she put them in jail. Now, down in my neck of the woods, we call that fooling around and finding out. I may be paraphrasing a bit. We protect them. Now, the border sheriffs that I know, right, and we're like Kamala. We protect and serve. We enforce the law. We show compassion. And we fight like hell to protect our border. Because as we've always known in Texas, cuando luchamos, ganamos. When we fight, we win.
In case any voters had forgotten the numerous allegations of sexual misconduct leveled against Donald J. Trump, he took it upon himself to provide a detailed reminder, speaking for nearly 45 minutes on Friday, just 8 weeks before Election Day. The event unfolded at Trump Tower, where Mr. Trump, flanked by a team of 7 lawyers, took the opportunity to address years-old accusations from multiple women, vehemently denying their truthfulness and painting the allegations as political motivated attacks. Earlier that day, Mr. Trump had attended a federal appeals court hearing related to a civil case in which he was found liable for sexual abusing and defaming a Jean Carroll, a New York writer. Decades ago, Carroll had sued Mr. Donald Trump in 2019, accusing him of raping her in the mid-1990s and later damaging her reputation by dismissing her claims as fabrication. A jury had found him liable for sexual abuse and defamation. Tough, it stopped short of concluding that rape had occurred. Despite not being required to attend the hearing, Mr. Trump made the deliberate choice to appear in person, a decision that seemed calculated to send a message to his supporters and detractors alike. Following the hearings, he retreated to the lobby of his namesake building for what his presidential campaign billed as a press conference. However, in reality, it bore more resemblance to one-sided monologue aimed at venting his frustrations and casting doubt on his legal challenges. Throughout his remarks, Mr. Trump expressed disdain for the allegations made against him, detailing each case and presenting them as lies orchestrated by his political enemies. He doubled down on his long-standing claims of being the target of a witch hunt aimed at damaging his reputation. Thanks for tuning into New York Democrats. If you enjoyed today's insights and reactions, don't forget to hit subscribe button and turn on notification so you never miss up an update. Share your thoughts in comments below and join the discussion on the latest in US politics. For more breaking news, election updates, and policy analysis, stay connected with us. Follow us on New York Democrats and keep up with the latest trends. and hot takes. See you in the next video.